Kate was raised by her grandmother. Her father abandoned them right after she was born, and her mother was constantly looking for a new husband and did not live with them. After graduating from high school, Kate got a job as a supermarket cashier. Stanley flew in on a business trip to their small town, and they met when he had trouble paying for his purchases, and Kate helped him out. At the end of her shift, he came back to pay his debt and walked her home. Stanley was mature and outgoing, while Kate was very young. A relationship soon developed between them. Stanley often flew in to see her and once took her with him. Kate was anxious to leave her hometown because her younger sister Susan was staying there. Their grandmother had died a year ago, and Kate had looked after Susan all that time, even though she was only 2 years younger. Finally, Kate decided that she would control her over the phone. After the wedding, Stanley and Kate lived quietly and peacefully for several years, and then suddenly he left without explanation, sending only a message that he had fallen out of love and was leaving. This news shocked Kate, and the first thing she did was call her sister to share her trouble with her. During the conversation, Kate told her sister about what happened in her family, but for some reason, Susan did not want to listen, arguing about the large amount of work and a desire to sleep. After hanging up the phone, Kate began to think about what to do next. It was fortunate that she had acquired a profession during her marriage, despite Stanley's objections. Her job at the library had been her only source of pleasure, and now it was her only source of livelihood. It was there that she met Marina, with whom she could always share her thoughts, and who she knew would support her. A month passed, and Marina began to invite Kate out after work to cafes, parks, or for walks. One day, they went to her acquaintance's birthday party. Kate was hesitant at first, but Marina managed to persuade her to go. The party was fun and comfortable, and there they met 2 guys named Matthew and Andrew. Kate immediately took a liking to Matthew, and he spent the whole evening courting her. For the first time since her separation from her husband, she wanted to have some carefree fun. Andrew, on the other hand, hit on Marina. After the party, the 4 of them walked around the city at night for a little while longer. Then they broke into couples, and Matthew walked Kate home. It was already October outside, and the young woman was freezing. Matthew decided to warm her hands with his breath and drew her close to him, gently kissing her. Kate was a bit confused, but he looked at her carefully afterward, promising to call her. Kate watched him leave with some regret, not wanting him to leave so quickly, because he was very nice to her. A week passed and Matthew never called, leaving Kate upset. Marina, who was having an affair with Andrew, promised to find out what happened. It turned out that Matthew was very sick. One evening, Matthew was walking along the promenade from work and saw a boy of about 10 years old jumping on the thin ice. Matthew wanted to shout for the boy to leave the river, but the ice cracked and the boy began to sink. Matthew ran down to the river and jumped into the water to save the boy. Passers-by wrapped the boy up in whatever they could find and got him home. As for Matthew, he caught a bad cold in his wet clothes and ended up in the hospital with pneumonia. Kate visited Matthew in the hospital and checked on him daily. Thanks to medical care and Kate's concern, the man quickly recovered. They celebrated New Year's Eve together at Matthew's place. Marina and Andrew came to visit them, and the holiday was fun. Days later, while at the store, Matthew saw the same boy whom he had saved from the river. The man called out to him and asked if he recognized him and why he was sad. Tom, that was the boy's name, unable to hold back his tears, said he was going to be placed in an orphanage because his grandmother had gotten in intensive care and his parents had died in an accident 2 years earlier. Matthew immediately took Tom to his house, and Kate who knew how sad it was to grow up without parents, liked the boy immediately. After a little hesitation, Matthew offered Kate to adopt Tom. Kate was surprised, but said that no one would give them the boy because they were not married. Without hesitation, Matthew proposed to Kate, and she agreed. The wedding was noisy and fun, and Kate was the happiest. And her only regret was that her sister didn't come. They became very estranged from each other, and Susan even asked Kate not to call her, because everyone has their own life. A month after the wedding, Matthew and Kate officially adopted Tom. His grandmother died, and the boy only stayed in the orphanage for a couple of weeks. Just a couple of months later, Kate realized she was pregnant. In due time, she gave birth to a baby girl. Her sister still did not answer Kate's calls. So another few years passed. Kate and Matthew were raising 2 children, working, and everything was going well. One day, when they were going to a birthday party for a friend, the phone rang. The caller was a policeman from the Department of Juvenile Services of Kate's hometown. He told her that Kate had to pick up her sister's children, and she had died in childbirth. Kate was shocked, as she did not know anything and had no contact with her sister. When she asked about the father of the children, she was told that he left Susan while she was still pregnant. In addition, they were not married, and now only Kate can save the kids from the orphanage. Tears came pouring out of Kate's eyes, and she screamed that she was going to take the children. On the same day, Kate flew out to attend the funeral and pick up her nephews. Matthew was there to support his wife's decision to take the children into their family. At the funeral, Kate learned the terrible truth from her sister's friend. Stanley, her ex-husband, had gone to Susan. Kate was shocked by what she heard. The woman remembered how her sister used to visit them and joke with Stanley, but she had paid no attention to that. After the funeral, Kate picked up the baby from the maternity ward, and Matthew brought a 5-year-old girl from the orphanage. Kate hugged her nephews, as they were now the closest family she had. Kate forgave her sister, who only wanted to be happy, even if it meant disregarding her sister's happiness.